Welcome back to my channel. So during this video I'm going to be creating an eyeshadow look using my Profusion's Chestnut eyes, and it's this hard steel casing. Now they are on sale as we speak right now for $3. Now Profusion is a hit or miss, but for the most part I love their eyeshadows. Y'all know me, if you've been watching me, I never know what I'm going to do when I get on camera, but this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. Beautiful, beautiful colors. So like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna go ahead and just wing it and begin this tutorial. So I use my Juvia's Place number 2 eyeshadow base. Now I am not gonna set the base simply because, like I said, Profusion is a hit or miss, and I don't want to set it and then it becomes so powdery I can't see the pigmentation on the lids from the shadows. But we're going to try to go from there. So for starters, I'm going to use this BH large fluffy brush, and then we're going to take the first shade in the palette, and it's Polite, this nice light matte shade, and I'm going to place it right under the brow bone and all over the crease to set the base. And I use this deeper number 2 because I wanted more of my skin tone and not too light of a base, since I did not set it either. So we're gonna do that and just set it. So now I'm gonna go in with let's use, where's that brush? Did I put it back up? I think I did. I'm going to take this is the Makeup Geek, and it's just a large medium type fluffy blending brush, and I am going to take the shade, let's do Outlaw, which is the last shade in the palette. Go, on the side of it, and I'm going to pack it on this brush, and we're going to place it right in the crease area and the outer V, but I'm not going to go all the way to the inner corner. See, this is why I didn't set it, because look how pigmented it is. Now I don't know what it's going to do when it blend out, but the pigment is there if the base is not set. And I'm scared if I would have set it, it may have still been there, but it wouldn't have been like the pigmentation on the way it's showing up now. So I'm going to continue to place it right in the crease and the outer V. And I'm going a little bit above the crease area. So this color is super pigmented. But we're going to see when we blend this baby. So I'm going to pack a little bit more right in the crease, because I want to make sure I set the base as well, since we did not set it with any translucent powder. So this will help set that base as well, and I don't lose my pigmentation either. So just continue to pack it to your liking. Ooh, this is super pigmented. So now I'm going to go in with this small Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to use the shade let's use New Wave, this peachy shade, and we're going to place this shade right in the center of the crease over into the inner corner of the lid. We're going to, because I want to lighten it up just a little bit. I don't want it too deep all the way into the inner corner. So I'm just packing it, and we're going to go back and blend all these shadows once we place them how we like them. Same thing for the other eye. You want to just build it up right in the center of that crease, going over to the inner corner. And again, we're not blending, we're just placing and packing the shadows, because we're going to blend in a few minutes when we get done packing the shadow. And now I'm going to make sure I place it a little bit above the crease area, so when we start blending it, it blends in really well with the deeper shade that's a little bit above the crease area. And I'm just making sure it's packed really, really good right into the inner corner. Okay, so I think we're about ready to blend this baby. Have a little bit more of this shade. You want to make sure you coat it really, really, really good. Okay, so now I am going to, I was looking for my larger fiber brush, but I think I'm just going to take this Sigma fiber brush, and it's just this pointed blending brush. And what I want to do now is just make sure I blend out the edges of these two shadows in the crease. I don't want to blow it too high up, but I just want to make sure we blend the edges without the harshness. So I'm lifting my eye and I'm lightly blending in circular motions the edges of the crease where we place the shadow for the crease. And you can see it's kind of like blending out the harshness from the circular motions. I don't want to press on it too hard with a more denser brush. I just want it just to focus strictly on the edge of the shadow, if that makes sense. Can't get my words together. I never can get them together on camera. But that's what we're doing with this fiber brush. And these are some good brushes when you're trying to do that. You're trying to control the placement of these shadows. And then I'm doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions. And you can see it's blending really, really good. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. Just make sure you blend. And blending is the key to some great shadows. Just take your time and blend. And certain colors you're going to have to put a little more effort into blending to make sure you get that seamless look without any harshness of your shadows, if that makes sense. So now we're going to go back and forth windshield wiper motions. And again, I'm lifting my eye so I can make sure this crease is diffused like really, really good. And I'm blending upwards towards the brow bone, but I'm not blending it up to the eyebrow, just to make sure when I diffuse it, it's going upwards away from the crease area. And I'm just flicking it now in circular motions. And make sure the other eye is blended really, really well. So that is blending pretty good. I like it. So I think that is doing exactly what it should do. But I'm going to keep the same brush. I just stuck my finger right in the pan. And we're going to take this same deep shade. And I'm going to make sure it's right in that crease area. Make sure we don't lose it. And I'm applying a little bit back on the brush just to make sure it's right in the crease area. Do the same thing for the other eye, because I don't want to lose that pigmentation right in the crease. Trying to make sure this edge is blended really well. Okay, so it's pretty. So now I'm gonna go back in with the little Morphe blending brush and make sure the edges of these shadows are blended with a little bit more pressure, but not too much. Just to diffuse what the little fiber brush already diffused. Just a little more pressure, but not too much. and just flick it. So I think that's coming together like really, really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go back in with this BH brush. I'm gonna go back in with the first shade we started with, the lighter shade, and I just want to make sure we place a little bit more, ooh, right under that brow bone, going into that center of the eye area, just to highlight a little bit more before we go in with our shimmer. And this little palette is, like I said, it's more pigmented than I expect. Like I said, I know Profusion has some hit or miss, but for the most part, I do like their shadows, and they perform pretty good for me. Some, like I said, hit or miss, but overall, they're pretty good. So I'm gonna wipe off my BH brush, and then we're gonna blend the crease and the brow bone shade together. So I am liking that. So I think that's coming together pretty. So now let's go back in with the small Morphe brush. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of this deeper shade. Then we're going to work on our shimmers. I'm going to add a little bit more of this right back into the crease area. I think I'm going to put a little black on here. What y'all think? We're going to do it anyway, aren't we? We have nothing but time, baby. Right in the crease. So I can make sure it's really, really deepened. This is a nice, deep mauve shade. It looks like a plum type, deep purple mauve plumish. So now let's take a little bit of the black. I don't know what it's going to do, but we're going to take a little bit of the black on the same little Morphe brush. And it has a little glitter reflex in the pan, but I'm not sure how it's going to show up on the eye. So we're going to place it right, right on that lash line of the outer V. And I'm stamping it going upwards towards the crease, but we're not going to put it directly in the crease. And I only placed a little bit on the brush, and you can see it's so intense. So now we're going to blend back and forth to diffuse before we add some shadows and shimmers. And I'm just blending the edges. And I'm lifting my eye as well too for that little deep depthness I'm adding. So the same thing for the other eye. Concentrating on that lash line, and then flicking it and placing it on the outer V. But I'm not going up to the crease area. And I'm blending back and forth. So I like the depth that it's giving. Just making sure it's blended really, really good with no harshness from the black shade. So I'm liking that. I'm liking it. I think it's coming together pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my glitter glue by Hard Candy. And I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my finger. Back of my hand. Not finger, my hand. And I'm going to use a brush today, again, to place it. Only because I want to make sure I'm precise with where I'm placing the shimmer shade, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use this Morphe M167, this large flat brush. I'm just going to take some of the glitter glue on the side of the brush, and I'm going to place it right on the lid. And I'm going up towards the crease and over into the inner corner. And I'm placing some of the glue right in the crease with the tip of the brush. That's where we're going to place the shimmers. And I'm not going to go all the way over to the outer V, because I'm not going to put any shimmers on my outer V. So the same thing for this eye, and just pack it and spread it all over the center of the lid, going to the inner corner of my eye and the crease of my eye with the tip of the brush. And just packing it in circular motions. And you want to make sure you placing a good amount, not like overloading the lid with glue, glitter glue, but enough that if you're going to use a shimmer and you want it to stick and not patch up and fall out, then place a good amount on there so you can build up the shimmer how you want it. So just making sure it is fully sticky and tacky, and once it gets sticky and tacky, you are ready for your shimmers. So now I'm gonna go in with the this is a smaller, more softer flat brush, and this is by Luxie. Yeah, the brand Luxie. So we are going to use, I think I want to use this white shade, the shade Atomic, and it's this beautiful white shimmer. We're going to see how it's going to work out. And I'm going to pack it right on top of the glitter glue. I think it's coming together pretty. So we're just going to continue to pack it. So I'm liking it so far. So I'm going to lay this down so I can focus on packing the shade. Now you may have to just kind of like apply a little more pressure on the shadow, just to kind of pick it up, to if you want to go ahead and build it. You can see the pigmentation of the shimmer is picking up a little bit more. And I'm patting towards the outer V just so the shadow can be blended with the outer V area. So now I'm making sure I pack it right in that inner corner and in the crease area. So I'm liking that so far. I think that's actually pretty. So I'm doing the same thing for the other eye. Just pack it. And once you use a generous amount of glitter glue, you don't have to worry about it not sticking to the eye, because it's sticking pretty good. So now I'm using the tip of the brush to make sure it's right in that crease area. This plays directly in the crease area. And again, we're going to make sure that we're packing it towards the outer V, but not all the way over in the outer V, if that makes sense. I'm just double coating everything to make sure it is packed to my liking. It's pretty. So I think we have packed it to my liking. Let's apply a little bit more, just to make sure it's coated really well. And it's almost like a silver, I guess, because the black is underneath it. It looks silver towards the center of the lid, but that's okay. It's still pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. So now I'm going to go back in with the small Morphe brush and take a little bit more of the black. Because I want to make sure I still have my black on that outer V. And I'm going to flick it. And then blend. Right into that shade. So we can diffuse it. So we don't have that harshness with the two shades. So I think that's blending pretty good. I like it. So now I'm going to wipe this brush off. Like really good, because you don't want it to transfer that black. So now I'm going to go back in with the deeper maroonish shade. I'm trying to get the light out. And make sure it's right in that crease area leading from that outer V. And if you want to try Profusion, like I said at the beginning of the video, this palette is currently $3 on their website. Three whole dollars. And that's it. And this look is beautiful for a $3 eyeshadow palette. Because their products are really affordable too. Really affordable. But we're going to continue to blend because we're almost done with this look. I like it, and it's actually blending a whole lot better than I even expected it to do. Like I said, I think it did that because I did not set the base either. So I'm going to wipe this brush off again, because this is the perfect little brush when you're trying to do a detailed eye look like this one. I did not have a clue that this is what I was going to do. But I'm going to go back in with New Wave, and we're going to apply this right back in this inner corner just to make sure we don't lose the color. Right there. Because I had no clue what I was going to do when I got on here. So now I'm going to lightly blend it again. Just to make sure everything is transitioned. Same thing for this eye. I'm just making sure my edges are just nicely blended and evened. Okay, so I think this should do the look for now. So I'm going to take my makeup wipe and a little bit of my micellar water. My baby wipe, I'm sorry, I barely use makeup wipes, my baby wipe, because I like my wipes with no perfumes or anything in it. Oh, that's looking pretty good. So now we're going to wipe around this eye area. And I like baby wipes because you don't have to worry about perfumes and stuff under your eyes, because I have really sensitive eyes, and I can't use a lot of perfumes and baby wipes under my eye area, because it will irritate me like crazy. It will irritate like no tomorrow, like there's no tomorrow. And my eyes would be running for 2 or 3 days. So I have to be careful what I use on my face, especially when it comes to makeup removers and micellar waters and stuff like that. So now we got the eye cleaned up. Now we're going to go back in with the Fiber Brush by Sigma, and I'm going to wipe it off just to make sure everything's wiped off of it. But this is actually beautiful for this Prism palette. I like it. And I'm going to make sure the edges again are blended beautifully. So I'm going in circular motions again and lifting my eye just to make sure everything is blended together. That eye is perfect. Okay, so the same thing for this eye again. And just take your time and blend. And with these being some deeper shades, you're gonna have to really just blend, especially if you're like me. You like color, but you're not like this this expert. So it takes me a little bit longer to blend when I want to wear colors and stuff like that. So I don't mind the process of blending, because that's what makes your eyeshadows look like really, 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 really good. So just blend till you can't blend anymore. So yeah. So I think this should do it. Just want to make sure there's no harshness. This is the finished eye look. And I like how it's bold, dramatic, but it's still beautiful. I like it. So I'm going to do my norm. I'm going to jump off camera, finish the rest of my face, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back. So this is the finished look using the Profusion's Chestnut Eyes eyeshadow palette. And again, this palette is $3 on their website. Now to finish my lower lash line, I went in with a deeper mauve shade, Outlaw, and I applied it all the way across my lower lash line. And then I used the shades Stylish and the shade Heart. And I applied that also on the lower lash line all the way into the inner corner. And I highlighted with the shade Heart directly in the inner corner. That's all I did to finish the eye look. And I love, love, love how the look has come together. Let me know your thoughts on it if you like this look. If you already own this eyeshadow palette, how do you feel about it? And again, like I said, it's $3 on the site as we speak now. If you want to try Profusion, they are a hit or miss, but I really do love their products for the price point. And we have little Miss Diamond, my little grandbaby. Y'all have seen her like maybe a year or so ago in the videos, but she's grown up to be our little beauty queen. She loves her makeup. Y'all see her little red nose ring there, nose. That's her blush. She has her winged liner on that she's done. Show them Diamond Pooh. Say hello.
Hello. Like and subscribe.
Oh, did y'all hear that? She says like, comment, and subscribe to whose channel?
Like Gigi.
Her Gigi channel. So we want you guys to comment, like, and subscribe.
And go to her channel.
She wants you guys to support, and so do I. So until then, we'll see you in our next video. Goodbye.
Bye.